Welcome. I'm Karina from Heal and Blossom. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite tools to make sure that I remain present with whatever is happening with me, and a tool that gives me so much power and energy and resource to deal with whatever is happening in my life. I'm talking about meditation. Now, meditation is often misunderstood, and what I want to talk about today is a few different misconceptions about meditations and what I understand meditation to be, and how you can do meditation pretty much wherever you are and whatever you are doing in your life. Now, meditation in its essence, and of course there are different types of meditation, but the most kind of simple explanation of meditation is about being here and now. And it's really about bringing your awareness to wherever you are right now and with whatever it is happening with you, rather than thinking about your past or thinking about your future. Now, a traditional image that comes when you talk about meditation is Buddhist monks sitting atop of some mountain, cross-legged in silence for hours and hours on end. And while it is a beautiful practice to be able to do that, it's a little bit difficult to do in our modern society. And in fact, you don't necessarily need that in order to gain the full benefits of meditation. And talking about benefits of meditation, meditation helps you reduce your stress levels, it helps you sleep, it helps you process your emotions. It also helps you to step back from your life and look at what is actually happening in your life, which means rather than being reactive and being all emotional in your responses, it helps you actually look at what is actually happening and be a little bit more aware and having a choice of how you react to certain situations. And of course, meditation has lots of health benefits, as science has now proved. It helps lower your blood pressure, it helps you become more positive, it boosts your immune system, it allows you to access your creativity and improve your cognitive skills. So there's a whole wealth of meditation, but meditation benefits. But unfortunately, because of the misconceptions people have about meditation, a lot of people who could really benefit from it don't even try. So I want to talk about some of these today. So one of the first things is I don't have time. Meditation doesn't need to take hours. In fact, a shortest meditation can be just a few short breaths. If I just close my eyes right now and I become really present with my body and I just take a few breaths in and out, that's it. That's a whole meditation. It was me accessing a meditative state. Because all meditation is, remember, is being in the present, being here and now. Of course, the longer you do it, the more benefits you gain. But even if you have 2 minutes to just be present with yourself, be aware with yourself, or even just a few short breaths if you're really stressed, that can already start making chemical changes in your brain that allows you to have the benefits of meditation. Now, the second point is I can't keep still. That's a very, very common misconception about meditation, is that you have to sit still in order to practice meditation. That is not true. In fact, due to the whole concept of meditation being in the here and now, anything you do, and I mean anything, can become a meditation. You do your dishes, and instead of listening to music or being in an argument or thinking about your day, you are present with washing the dishes. You are present with how the dishcloth or the dish sponge feels against your hand, and how the motion that you do when washing the dishes, about how the water is on your hands, feels on your hands. You become present with every movement that you do while washing the dishes, and that is meditation. You can have a meditation while running. Actually, a lot of runners kind of get into this sort of high that is associated with meditation. You can be driving and meditating. You can be being with your partner and meditating, or you can being with your child and meditating. All meditation requires is that you give your full attention to the task at hand. So that means not going into your past, not going into the future, not being lost in thought, but being present with the moment that you are at right now. Now, the third misconception that a lot of people have is, I don't have a quiet space. You don't need a quiet space, and that comes directly from the previous one. You can be meditative wherever you are, and in fact, sound can be a wonderful tool towards deepening your meditation, because one of the meditative practices that you can do is just be where you are right now and listening to all the sounds that are happening around you and absorbing all the sounds that are happening around you and really focusing on what it is that is happening around you. Sound can be a very powerful tool towards deepening your meditative practice. Now, another one is, I have too many thoughts in my head. That is very, very common in our day and age, because we have a lot of information coming in from all the different aspects. The amount of information we have coming in from our phones, from television, from advertising, newspaper, from other people is just immense. And because we don't have time for ourselves, because in the Western world specifically, we tend to have the cult of being busy, so filling every single moment that we have with something to do, we don't take the time to process everything that is happening around us. Now, there are a few ways you can deal with it. One of my favorite ways to do it is to set a timer for 5 or 10 minutes and start writing. And you write on pen and paper, and it has to be pen and paper rather than on your phone, because there are too many distractions on your phone or your computer, so it has to be pen and paper. And you set the timer for 5 and 10 minutes, and you just let the flow of words come to you, and you don't censor, so you just write whatever comes to your head. And you can stop mid-sentence, you can start mid-word, and just write whatever happens in your head. And you just write for 5 or 10 minutes, and that helps to really clear everything out. And after you've done that, you will find that your mind naturally calms down, and you can be in a meditative state much, much longer. Another one, if, for example, you feel tensions in your body a lot, or you find that when you try to sit still and meditate that your body is jerking, there's itches and twisters, it might mean that there's a lot of pressure in your body. So what you can do is, again, set timer for 5 or 10 minutes and just move your body. You can put some music on and just really intensively move your body, but not with the, again, if you want to dance, not with the intention to be to create a creative, sexy dance or whatever, like you're on a dance floor, but just to move your body and really pay attention to those areas where you have tension. For example, our shoulders are usually a place where we have deep tensions, so focus on kind of making movements that allow you to really get rid of that tension in the shoulders. And oftentimes when you've done that, you will find that you will naturally fall into a more meditative state. Now, these are only just some of the few tips that I share with you about meditation and some of the myths about meditation. There's a lot more to meditation, but the key message that I want you to leave is that you can meditate at any time during the day, doing whatever it is you're doing. So find a task where you do something quite repetitive. So for example, washing the dishes or doing laundry or driving, or I don't know, whatever that thing is that you do every day. Find something, and instead of trying to do something while you're doing it to alleviate your boredom, so listening to a podcast or watching a movie or listening to music, focus on the actions that you're doing. And a very key aspect, if you find that your mind wanders to a different thought, very, very gently bring it back to the action that you're doing, and don't feel guilty about it, because of the nature of the world around us, because of the information that we have, and because we don't have the time and space to quiet down our mind and process it. It's natural that you will have thoughts, and you will have thoughts. The idea of meditation is not to stop your thoughts. The idea of meditation is to watch them, and occasionally your mind will wander. You just bring it back. You gently bring your attention back to the action that you're doing, or if you're doing a traditional meditation of sitting still and listening to sounds or breathing, you bring your attention very gently back to whatever task you're doing, to whatever type of meditation you prefer to do, and you continue, and there's nothing wrong with your mind wandering. It will, because we have so much we need to process. So I'm curious, what sort of blocks have you encountered on your way to establishing a meditation practice? Have you tried to, or what are some of the struggles you have with meditation? And I'm happy to talk to you more about your meditation practice if you want to. Please feel free to contact me on Karina at healandblossom.co.uk, and I'm sending you much love. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.